This is exciting but very, very nerve-wracking because obviously it's the first time that you and me have recorded in about 2 years. But what's funny is we've never done a pre-recorded video on my channel. Right, here we go. Hi guys, welcome back to. I usually say that effing guy. It's very weird saying that, actually, not saying that. It was when I used to do the podcast with Stephen Dan, the podcast in Old Republic, and I was hosting that evening. I'd be like, "Hi guys, welcome back to the pod." Every time, and it got to a point where I knew I was doing it, but my head still told me to say that effing guy, say that effing guy, plug it. So, hi guys, welcome back to our very first the two what we called again? The two effing geeks, the
Right.
two effing geeks. The first time in 2 years we've got a reunion, and we thought we'll come back with a hot takes video. Let's piss off several fandoms tonight or today, whenever this video gets posted. So I'm Jordan, that effing guy, and this is my co-host, who's that side.
I'm over one of these sides. Hello.
I'm pointing
I'm
this side
Matt.
because you're this side of my screen, but you're that side. So this is my co-host Matty Monster of Scottish Hill Talking.
Hiya.
Do you know what's funny, Matty? I've known you for probably about 4 years now,
Hi, Luke.
ish, and I still don't actually know your last name. I just know you're Matty Monster. What is your last name?
But we just keep that a secret because as soon as the
Oh,
government knows that they're gonna...
I love
no,
it.
it's Mitchell. But
Oh, so it is. Right, so it is. He's one of the Mitchells from EastEnders.
aye.
You're the lost Mitchell brother. Anyway, so we are here to do hot takes. What is a hot take, you ask, Matty? Well, a hot take is, for the audience who don't have an idea of what hot takes is, hot takes is I forget the words, basically it's, oh, fuck.
It is a controversial opinion
Yes,
on.
yes. I was trying to think of the name. Yeah, it's a controversial take on something. So if I say, so I love Cycle 2. I think Cycle 2 is one of the greatest sequels of all time, right? In horror and just the greatest sequels of all times. Up there with Empire Strikes Back, Terminator 2, T2. Um, so if I was to say that Psycho 2 is better than Psycho, the original Psycho 1960, which turned 65 years old last week. So if I was to say that, I would piss off a fandom because they'd be like, shut the fuck up, they know what you're talking about. So that's pretty much a hot take. But we're not going to say that. I would love to
Hot
say that this
takes.
episode is brought to you by Hannibal Tanktastics and Nerds Gummies, Gummy Clusters, and also my good old friend Volvic Mango Passion. But we're not that good yet that we're getting sponsorship. But hey, if Haribo or Nerds or Volvic want to sponsor me or sponsor us, that'd be fantastic. Or it'd be Tanktastic. Fuck me.
You know,
Right.
I love the push for advertising there. That's just on ball. Fantastic.
Well, I'm an attention-seeking whore. Everyone knows that. So, Matty Monster, or the long lost Mitchell brother. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, pal?
I'm good,
Been a
man.
long It's been a long 2 years since I last seen you on this channel.
I know, I know. It's been a while. We are. But the thing is, though, guys, people who are watching this, we do actually, we actually are friends. We do actually stay in contact with each other, and we do
Huh.
meet up when we can. It's just that he lives in Greenock and I live in Beith. So let's kick things off, right? So we've got five hot takes each. I've got a few honourable mentions. Now, I did
Mhm.
say to Matty the task is five hot takes, that's it. I came up with 12, but that's just me. I overcompensate because I'm fat. So I overcompensate a lot. That was a Kevin Smith joke, by the way, because Kevin Smith said that, when he done the treatment, the 80-page treatment for Superman Lives. They were like, like usually a treatment is like, like 5, 10 pages. You've got 80. He's like, yo, I overcompensate because I'm fat. So I like to use that at times. Thank you, Kevin Smith. We still need to do that because we remember we're going to do that. We're going to do
Oh,
our
fuck yeah.
love for the love of Kevin Smith. I mean, we'll need to do that at some point. I swear to God, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. I'm thinking because like last year was the 30th anniversary of Clerks. Could have been done then. Oh no, sorry. Last year, 2024. This year is the 30th anniversary of Mallrats. So we should really do it this year because this is, or we could do it next year, which is the 30th anniversary of Chasing Amy. No, Chasing Amy was 97. Fuck, we'll figure it out. Anyway, Matty, do you want to kick us off with a hot take of yours? You
Okay.
smooth talking son of a bitch.
Well, we've had this talk before when we were catching up over Zoom, so you know which one was my big hot take that kind of triggered us to think about doing this video. So I'm saving that one for my number one. Right,
Oh,
so
oh.
that'll be the last one because I'd rather folk ended and wanted to see that what my
Yeah.
hot take is.
I think my number
'Cause-
one is a bit of a squeaky bumhole one where it's just like, oh, you never just said that, did you? Fat boy.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
uh,
go for it.
you know, right. So my first one, I have actually wrote what order I'm going to put these into. Um,
I still love that you write things down. I put things on my phone, you write it down. I like that. I love that. So
I'm,
classic.
ve- I'm, I'm very old school. Can't hack into this shit.
That's true.
Uh, so for my first one, bit controversial depending on who you are, but I've always said that Batman Forever is one of the best old school Batman movies, and
And your reason why?
it was my first introduction to Batman as a movie. I going
Oh, it's
in,
30 years old this year.
I think so.
That is. Last week, I think it was. Or something.
Um,
Yeah.
so I like Jim Carrey as Riddler is fantastic.
Oh,
A
brilliant.
lot of folk, a lot of folk have said in the past like he should have played the Joker because he was pretty much the
Oh,
Joker in
yeah,
that movie.
yeah.
However, but he
He's
did a
very body,
fantastic
he's
job.
very movement, like the mask, he's very body orientated when
Yeah,
it comes to his comedy. It's like, what's it called? Is it, I don't know what it's called, but he's very, everything's also about like facial expressions and the way he moves his body. He's very that way and flexible that way. So, oh, he'd have been a great Joker. He'd been so, I mean, he was close to being sadistic as a Riddler. He's quite sadistic at times. He was quite close to the bone at times. Um, I love Batman Forever. I really do. I think Batman Forever is fantastic. I mean, I think I gave it like 3.5 stars in Letterboxd. Um, I do. I love Batman Forever. My very first introduction to Batman was apart from the cartoons, like apart from the animated
right.
series, which is still badass this day, and Batman Beyond and Batman of the Future, I think it was Batman and Robin. I mean, to be fair,
I agree with everybody on that one. That one is fucking diabolical. But
but Batman and Robin as a kid was fucking tremendous.
oh yeah, yeah, 100%. It was clearly made for Wayne's. Like
Oh,
it was not made
eh,
for the kids who grew up with Batman
oh, oh.
1989. Like it was made for.
Like it was God's gift to man. See, if you're a kid, it was so fucking good. Like, so good. I loved it. Do you know what's funny though? I have a soft spot for it. I can actually, I mean, it's a 1 star film. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But you can have that sort. I mean, I'd say it's a guilty pleasure. I'd say Batman and Robin is my guilty pleasure. Like, I can actually have fun with it, but you know you're watching a piece of shit. So would you say Batman Forever is better than the Tim Burton Michael Keaton films?
I think it's better
That's the
than
hot take.
I think it's better than the first one. I still think Batman Returns is,
I
you
think
know,
we're going to fall out here.
yeah,
What? That, do you know
that's,
what? That's your opinion.
yeah.
Opinions matter. It's all good.
It's all that is. I think it's purely based on the fact that that was like my first interaction with Batman was Val Kilmer, and looking back, I can see why everybody dislikes it. It's the same with other movies that we're going to talk about later.
Val Kilmer,
My side,
R.I.P.
yeah, R.I.P. But always kind of had a soft spot for it, and it's also like when I was a bit younger, I did do a bit of the old cosplay. I say this, it's like it was years ago. It was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. But so Robin was always one of my ones, my go tos. Chris O'Donnell as Robin was like my first live action introduction to Dick Grayson.
I want to say he is the worst of the Robins, but I think he's the only
Oh
live
yeah,
action Robin, isn't he? Is he the only live action Robin? Well, apart from the Titans show, apart from the DC
uh,
shows, he's the only big
so
screen Robin, isn't he?
I think so. I up until Brave and the Bold that's coming out, then he will
Yeah, yeah,
then
yeah,
do a
yeah,
after me, which is going to be Damien as well, which I can't fucking wait for.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but yeah, so Batman Forever in my eyes is one of my favorite uh, Batman movies for nostalgic reasons and also just because it was my first introduction to it. It got me kind of hooked into what Batman is and the storyline of
That's
Batman.
fair. That's fair.
And when you and I've even like, I think a couple of years ago, I remember Kevin Smith doing the watch along podcast where they
Yeah,
sat down and watched Batman
yeah.
Forever, and they went into proper detail about how like Batman talking to Harvey Dent in it. He's trying to talk to him in a psychological way and all that as well.
Yeah. Oh,
Which you don't pick up as a kid, but when you're watching it now, you're like,
no.
this is actually really good. Like,
It has no. It has got its moments. It has got its moments of darkness. Like there's obviously there's the there's like when I had the whole release the Snyder cut and all that kind of stuff. There is the really release the Schumacher cut because obviously Joel Schumacher the director's no longer with us. And there is a darker cut that
yeah,
got rejected by the studio. Um, so there is a darker version out there. Not dark as compared to like Tim Burton's movies, but dark enough that that kids would probably be like, shit, that's dark. But no, I like Batman Forever. I can agree with you that Batman Forever is a very good Batman film. I cannot agree with you, and I don't think the audience can agree with you that it's better than Batman 89. Now,
and
Batman
that's why it's a hot take.
that's a hot take because Batman 89, though it's not the definitive Batman movie. Well, I don't know, maybe it is actually because well, we'll talk about that because one of my takes is a little bit of a kind of hot, spicy Batman take. So we'll leave that. So that's your first hot take.
That's my first one.
Okay then. So my first hot take, along the lines of comic books, we're going off to the Marvel universe now. So my first hot take is, and I think there's a lot of people who agree with this. So I personally think the first Black Panther movie is. I mean, I've not seen Wakanda Forever yet because I'll see at some point. I've got no rush to see it. Um, my hot take is the first Black Panther movie is extremely overrated. I think there's much better MCU
Ooh.
movies out there that deserve the recognition at the Oscars. Now, obviously, they try to push that for fucking everything. Everything. Best actor, best actress, best score, best picture, best fucking everything. And massive diehard MCU fan here, right? Like I stand by even their shittiness. I stand by them, right? Ask Stephen Dan that. But I think Black Panther is a movie. Good movie, yep. But I think it's incredibly basic when it comes to the Marvel films. And
Okay.
I think the likes of, and I don't want to say, I know everyone will say like Endgame and Infinity War deserved Oscar nominations. I don't want to go deep into that, but I do think that Robert Downey Jr. was robbed of a Best Actor nomination, at least for Endgame. That
Yeah.
man gave it his fucking all for not just that film and not just, Endgame and Infinity War, but for the, what was it, 10, 12, 10, 11 years in the MCU. That man carried that fucking franchise on his back. I'm not saying the MCU up till then was tremendous, and I still love the MCU. I mean, they're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back for a fucking reason. Let's be honest. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that there is better films in the MCU that deserved at least some sniff of an Oscar nomination. So yeah, that's my first hot take is the first Black Panther film is not an Oscar winning film.
I've got to say, I kind of agree with you to
Yeah.
an extent on that one. Like,
Oh, I'm glad you
not
do. Can't have been fucking great for the next several minutes. Well, fuck you.
no, but like, I get you. You've got some major points there. Like, they were just pushing it for the awards sort of thing, where there is a lot more MCU movies that could have been pushed for awards that were maybe more likely to actually achieve it as well.
Like The Winter Soldier,
Yeah,
a political thriller espionage movie. Now, it took me a few years to really. I mean, I loved it when I first saw it, but it took me a few years to be like, that actually is a groundbreaking film. Like a proper groundbreaking film. Like it was back when. I mean, Marvel takes risks. I mean, look at Phase 4. Marvel took some big fucking risks post like Endgame and the Infinity Saga. But they took a risk making the second Captain America film this high octane political thriller, this espionage thriller that kids probably are just watching because it's Captain America, but the adults are just like, fuck, that's brutal, that's dark. Like I
aye.
loved it, but it took me a few years to really be like, shit. And the fact is, though, it's that good that they tried to basically copy and paste that with Captain America: Brave New World. Now, I'm not shitting on Captain America 4. I'm not shitting on Anthony Mackie's big screen adventure as the Captain America, but it's very much a kind of copy and paste. Like, let's try and do that same formula
Yeah,
again. I really enjoyed it, but it just goes to show that they really knew they set the bar so high when it came to Winter Soldier.
yeah. I'm not going to say I was a big fan of Captain America 4. Like, I liked it. There were certain things that really annoyed me about it,
Oh yeah, yeah,
mainly
yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
the underworked CGI.
Yeah. Although General Ross, when he was full on Hulk, he looked fucking great.
Oh yeah, he like they put money into
I
him.
don't get why people were slagging that. I'm like, he looked fucking great. So it was very a Hulk sequel and not a Captain America sequel. But that is what it is. Right, cool.
Yeah.
We've both done our first one. Yours is Batman Forever. Mine's is fuck Black Panther. Number two, go.
Right. My second hot take is that the Transformers movie should have ended after the third one. Just kept it a trilogy.
Do you know what's funny though? Like that's not even a hot take. Everyone universally is like, fucking couldn't agree with you more, son.
I know. But like, I'll take this opportunity to make sure it's fucking aired as much as I fucking can't stand the ones
I
after it. Bumblebee, I liked.
I
Right,
I
I'll admit I liked
really liked
Bumblebee.
I really liked Bumblebee.
Rise of
Hold
the
it up.
Beast was actually alright
The first one was really good.
as well.
The first one's
Which
good.
what the
The
first
first one.
Transformers movie?
I've only ever seen the first three in Bumblebee. That's that.
You're not missing much on the rest of them.
I was going to say that. I was going to say that.
I suppose
Although,
the, four-
yeah, I'll let you
the, four-
go.
the fourth one, like the fifth one's absolute dog shit, but like
The Last
the
Night.
fourth one, the fourth one starts off, and the reason I hate the fourth one starts off, the reason I hate the fourth one so much is because it starts off by killing off one of my favorite Autobots, and it's Ratchet. It's fucking brutal what they do to that boy, and
Oh,
they melt him down and use him to create a fucking Galvatron, and it's absolute horseshit. And then it's never referenced again. Like it's fucking mental. But yeah, that's me. That's me vented about
that's
Transformers.
that's fine. That's fair enough. No, I couldn't agree with you more. Do you know what's funny though? Like I'm saying I couldn't agree with you more, right? But I think it's just purely the fact that I'm not a Transformers fan. Like I am a Transformers fan. Like I loved. Do you know what's funny? So a lot of people are like, "You're a Transformers fan." I'm just like, yeah, like fucking 80s cartoon, eh? I'm just like, yeah. I've never watched it because my Transformers and a lot of the 90s kids will be like, yeah, fair enough. My Transformers was Beast Wars. Remember the 3D
Aye,
animated CGI? That was my thing. I had all the toys. I had Cheetah. I had Optimus Prime's big ape. Had all that stuff. That was my jam. Now, to be fair, on going off of that, I should have watched Rise of the Beasts and been like, this is fucking amazing. But I haven't seen it because I just don't. It's not I don't have time for the Transformers films. I just can't be arsed with them. I will watch them probably at some point, It's like the Fast and Furious franchise. I gave up with them after the third one, and then like
Yeah.
I watched the Shaw Hobbs and Shaw one. I liked that. It was quite cool actually. But it was so far. Like, where the fuck's the franchise gone now?
Aye.
But I have caught up with them all now, and now I'm basically waiting for the Fast and Furious 11 because, I'm going to be honest here. I actually fucking love that franchise now. Like a lot of people were like, "Oh, they get better at five onwards." They ain't wrong, by the way. Like, I'll take the fact that Vin Diesel is now this superhuman guy, right? He's superhuman. Dom Toretto is now superhuman. It's not about family anymore. It's about saving the world. James Bond, Mission Impossible, Born Identity shit with some superhuman fucking strength. Do you know what? It's definitely a franchise that stayed fresh to an extent of each film are just like, what can we do to top the last? Now, every film does that when it comes to sequels, but they're doing it in a ballsy way where they're just like, fuck it, let's go into space with a fucking Mustang that we've just built and turned into a space shuttle. I'm like, do you know what? You get balls to do that. Like, I really, really enjoy the Fast and Furious franchise. I really do. Like, even like the last one, Fast 10 or Fast X, with Jason Momoa as the bad guy was fucking insane. Insane. That could be a an honorable mention of mine. The Fast and Furious franchise is so fucking good. Like, it's up there with like The Godfather. uh, no, even I'm thinking, right, Jordan, you behave yourself now. Calm down.
Yeah. Yeah. You just
Sorry.
calm it.
So my second one is a horror one. I can appreciate. I'm going to start by saying I can appreciate these films for what they are, but I can't get on board with. I can't get on board with. I can't get on board with the hype. The fucking like everyone's going absolutely crazy over them, and that is the Terrifier films. Art the Clown.
Yeah.
Now I can't remember the director. Is it Damien Leone? I think it is. I can't remember. I can appreciate them. I think they're all right. They're all right. You know, they are all right. A lot of gore, great gore effects, great practical gore effects. We love that in horror. And I love the guy who plays Art the Clown. I can't remember his name as well. I think he's David something anyway. But I just can't get behind the whole. He's the next best thing. He's, the best thing since Freddy, Jason, and Michael. He should be on the Mount Rushmore of horror, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, okay. Like, it's funny though because I saw someone else talk about this the other day. There, like, they said the same thing. They don't get the whole like, oh fucking yes, Terrifier 4, all that kind of stuff, because they're like the first film. I mean, they're all box office successes. Like, they're made for absolute pennies and make back absolute millions. So fair play. Like, they make their fucking money like that. But they were saying like the first film was kind of like not fell under the radar. It made its money, but it just kind of was this kind of like basic wee slasher. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this big fucking 2.5 hour second film came out, or 2 hour second movie came out. Too fucking long, like more endings than Lord of the Rings, in my opinion. And yeah, it was good, but I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because spoilers for Terrifier, at the very end of the first film, Art the Clown dies. He gets killed. He dies. So I thought, so when they announced a sequel, I thought, oh, cool, fair enough. They're obviously going to just do a prequel or something. I don't know, whatever. No, he then is resurrected and brought back from the dead, and he's now this supernatural force of nature. But what I liked about the first film is Art the Clown. He could just be this average Joe guy who just thought, "Fuck it, I've cracked, and I'm going to dress like a clown and go and kill people." I thought that's pretty scary itself because we had that the clown situation either before COVID or during COVID where guys were dressing up as clowns and just chasing folk down the street, and then obviously people end up just rebelling against them and running them over for cars because they thought, "Fuck that, not today, Satan." So Terrifier kind of was I'm going to say it was born from that, but I think the idea of Terrifier and Art the Clown was like 10 years previous. I'm sure it was. Yeah, I think it's about 10 years previous. But it was made more mainstream because of that. It had more of a resurgence because of that whole clown situation. This is my take. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what made Terrifier this more kind of hyped up, kind of like had massive fan following because of the whole clown situation. So, like I said, I enjoyed the first one because he was just a random guy who just thought, "Fuck it, I've cracked it. I'm going to just go kill." You don't. He doesn't necessarily because he doesn't speak. He's a silent clown, but you get that feeling that he's just this random guy who just took a one day just thought, fuck, I'm going to dress up like a clown and just kill people. And then it became supernatural and that kind of stuff. I'm just like, eh. Am I going to see Terrifier 4? Probably. I mean, I've watched the first fucking three films. You know, Art's now. I think he's now in hell. And the main final girl, Serena, um, is now going to go to hell and kill him. I don't know. I can't remember the plot of. I can't remember the ending of the plot of Terrifier 3. But in a nutshell, basically, I think the Terrifier franchise is so overly hyped. It's not even funny. Like I
Yeah.
like the fact that it's a fresh new take on the slasher genre, all that kind of stuff. Move aside Freddy, Jason, Michael, Chucky. There's a new guy in town, but I just think people are like so like, oh fucking yes, when it's like they're all right, they're all right.
Like I've not, I can't honestly say I've watched the Terrifier movies.
No,
To be honest, not that I've got no interest in it. I love horror stuff. It's just
yeah,
I've I've I wait for it to come out on like Amazon and that or
I
whatever.
want it. I think they're on Amazon now. Actually,
But
I think they're on Amazon. I
well,
want to say you're not missing much, but you, I think
I feel
every.
like I feel
There
like
you
I've
go.
seen most of it through shorts on TikTok. To be honest,
Yeah,
I think that's what's kind. I think that's what's kind of not giving me the drive to actually what see. It's the same with most
yeah,
movies nowadays. You feel like you've seen half of them from like people's responses on
yeah,
TikTok and shit, and you're
yeah.
just like,
Have you done your second hot take?
done my second, yes.
So we're on to our third one now. So
Done.
it's your third one now. Your third hot take. This
Third
is what
one.
happens, by the way, guys. See when we. Well, actually, I was going to say we've never. No, I tell a lie. We did. We attempted a pre-recorded video. We tried our favorite horror films for Halloween.
Yeah, that was that's like an ongoing curse whenever it comes to us trying to do an ongoing like a Halloween one because I think it's that's our second attempt that we did. I'm sure try to do that, and then
That
it got
was
stuck in editing for
shocking.
so fucking long, and then it ended up being another Halloween by the time we actually got anywhere close to thinking about releasing it, and then it never just happened. So
We
that's
will, we
another
will,
thing we're going to have to fucking do at some
we will
point.
do it this year for this Halloween. Um, that idea has been like some Hollywood projects has been in development hell for so long. But I can like again I can double that. I have a long lost Starship Troopers watch along with Steve
Ooh,
and Dan
I think I remember
that
hearing about this,
has
but
never seen the light of day because when I done it, it took me a while to break because it was like a proper, like the film's like an hour and like 2 hours long, but we were babbling on for about 4 hours. So I had to break down all of that to a point where my laptop was just like, no, thank you,
no,
and just crashed on me, and I lost all the footage.
that sounds
And
about right.
yeah, um, I would love to say I just gave up and just said fuck it, delete, but no, my computer just said nap. I'm not, you will not pass go. You will not collect $200. I'm deleting this for you, big man. I'm going to save the day here and delete it. But then that was what a conversation I had to have with Stephen Dan after that. Uh,
No, I,
so yeah,
I,
you're on you
I'm,
go.
I'm sure I heard rumors about this at your stag do, like Fidan
Oh
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Steve.
It got brought up.
Like,
It gets brought up every time we have a drink in us. It gets brought up. Because it was a perfect time and all because it was I wanted to do it on the 25th anniversary, so 2023. 2023. Yeah. Well, maybe attempt it again for the 30th anniversary in 2027.
Yeah,
There's an exclusive right there, guys. So, but
true.
yeah, what's your third hot take?
Third hot take, you're going to follow it with me.
Oh, please, God.